According to Fidelity's Couples and Money study, 1 in 5 couples say money is their greatest relationship challenge. So joining us now to discuss the study results and why couples should think about money as a team sport is the head of life events at Fidelity Investments, Stacey Watson. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So I want to know, how did quarantine, because we were kind of locked up for a while, right? How did that impact couples dealing with financial issues?
Well, couples have been under this intense pressure over the last year, whether it's due to financial setbacks from the pandemic or the stress of being home together around the clock. But that extra time together has actually helped couples communicate more about both day-to-day finances and longer-term plans like saving for retirement. And yet, 1 in 5 couples say that money is their greatest relationship challenge. So there's still progress to be made.
So did the study find out anything other than, you mentioned that they are communicating a little bit better, but in terms of couples communicating about money, was there anything else found in that study?
Well, we did find, as you said, that couples are communicating well, which means they're more likely to rate their financial health as very good and less likely to feel that it's a relationship challenge. But we did find some other interesting things, like 40% of couples missing the mark on knowing how much their partner earns. And more than half of couples disagree on how much you need to save for retirement. And then we also found that same-sex couples are actually less likely to work together towards their financial goals. So the bottom line is, make money a team sport.
Yeah.
No matter how well you're working together, there's always room to improve.
Okay, so what about a gender gap? Is there a gender gap when it comes to managing long-term finances?
We've been conducting this study since 2007, and we have seen historically that women can take a less active role, particularly when it comes to long-term finances. But over the past year, and it may be due to the pandemic, women are getting more and more engaged in their finances, which is really encouraging. And yet, 1 in 5 women still report that they have little to no involvement in retirement planning. So our message is, it's okay to delegate, but don't abdicate. Both people being involved in financial decisions really helps build confidence for the future.
And that's definitely something that I lack. I went from living with my dad to living with my husband, and so I am definitely behind when it comes to the long-term investments, or at least being more aware of it. My husband obviously says, hey, we're going to be doing this, and I just go, okay, I just let him kind of handle that. So I should probably look more into this as well. So where can couples go for more information? But before we get to that, I want to know about newlyweds. How can they, what advice do you have for them? And then we'll go into where they can get more information.
Yeah. Well, there's a rush of weddings this summer. I'm going to 4 myself.
Oh, wow.
And there's a couple of pieces of advice for newlyweds. Number 1, make sure you have an emergency fund. 2, start saving as early as you can for retirement. And then 3, make open communication about money a habit. You can even consider a financial date night once a month to review how you stand.
A financial date night. Never heard anything like that before. But yeah, I've got a lot of things I'm going to be talking to my husband after today. So where can we get more information?
Well, you can go to fidelity.com/couples, and we have tools and tips to help you navigate all kinds of life events.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Especially after this quarantine, this pandemic, saving any little bit of money that we can is going to help so many people. So thank you for your information today. If you'd like to see this segment again or get more information, go to firstcoastliving.net.